With her departure for Britain now imminent, we return to Mary Miracle's home to see about her preparations for the trip and to talk about Landina's future. The charity Facing the World is obliged to return Landina to the care of her family once her injuries are stabilised. But this is an unforgiving environment where sewage openly flows in the alleys outside her house. It's a world away from Landina's life now in Britain, where she receives round-the-clock care and attention. Mary Miracle seems to have some awareness of this, and the dilemmas she faces dominate impassioned discussions with close friend Beniranda.
Let me explain to you. Remember how I used to leave for work early in the morning and come back at night? Do you see Landina coming back to that? I have to watch her all the time to ensure she never gets hit on the head. She's missing an arm. Can she even walk? Bringing Landina back here is a big problem. My hope for her is that she stays over there. But that's a problem too. If she stays, will she get adopted? And if that happens, will Mary Miracle still be her mother and be able to see her?
Part of the problem is that Mary Miracle has no regular income, having lost her factory job last year, and prospects for work are not good. Now the charity has discovered that money set aside to provide for her other children while she goes to see Landina in Britain has already been spent. The money, she says, went on her kids. Such issues have become a point of tension with the charity. In turn, the charity is already struggling to raise funds to cover Landina's future medical costs and care, and it's concerned that they cannot provide a lifetime of social support too. It all comes to a head in Mary Miracle's last conference call with her Uncle Franza and the charity just before her departure.
She talked too much. Translate as much of that as you can. I run a medical charity. I cannot support every family of everybody who applies. But what the family needs to get out of their heads is the concept that facing the world is not their breadbasket for the rest of their life.
Franza feels there have been some unfortunate misunderstandings.
Sarah
knows Landina, but she's only seen Mary Miracle through a laptop. She doesn't know Mary Miracle or her situation.
I guess at the heart of it really is a different set of expectations from the two sides. On the one hand, the family are saying, look, you know, we thought Landina was dead and buried, but now you've brought her back to us, great, but she's a burden on an already heavily burdened family. How are we going to deal with this? On the flip side, Sarah, I think, feels, look, we've saved this child's life, we've given her extraordinary care, and you seem to want more and more. And I guess that clash of expectations was always going to come about, and it has. But now there's a chance to talk face-to-face with Mary Miracle's departure for London. She says goodbye to her other 3 children. It's Mary Miracle's first time on an aeroplane. 2 days after leaving Haiti, she finally arrives in London and is greeted by Landina's temporary legal guardian. For Mary Miracle, it's not just her surroundings that are unfamiliar, but even her own daughter, who was just a month old when she last saw her. It's a moment to savour the celebration of a young life saved when so many in Haiti died. Landina has now spent most of her life in Britain and has formed bonds with others who care deeply about her future.
I'll show Mum all of Landina's stupid noises and what they mean and how she's used to us reacting to them. It's about learning Landina.
Learning Landina is one thing, but it's uncertainty about their baby's future that will occupy much of her time here, while she tries to reconnect with the baby she never imagined seeing again. What will happen next? These are major discussions for charity and mother. Will Landina return to the family in Haiti? And should she? Answers to these questions go to the heart of how we help the most vulnerable in disaster zones, where so many are struggling to survive. More immediately, it's the fate of tiny Landina that must be decided.
All right.
And to read Inigo Gilmore's story behind the story of Baby Landina and keep up to date with what happens next, our website, channel4.com/news.